Hello everybody, this is Pro Brusher here. I'm going to be casting a 2 versus 2 for you guys because there's not a lot of 2v2 commentaries out there, and I'm going to help fill the gap. Now me and my partner Astra are going to do a double 4-gate against Terran and the purple Zerg, which has a German name, and I'm trying to communicate with him, see if he talks back. And in the beginning I'm just like 4-gate Terran, but it's not really a good idea to bust Terran because they wall off. So later on, we're going to decide to rush Zerg. Zerg are very vulnerable to early rushes. Now, in the beginning of the game, my partner, he's scared of Zerg, as you probably read in the comments. So he's going to wall off. And I decide to not wall off at my ramp because if you put a pylon right here, it's going to take longer to get up, and it's going to slow your probe production. So if you can build your pylon close to your base, it's going to be better in the long run. So, and then as you see, once I get my gateway, I'm going to put it right around here and create a natural wall for my probes right next to my nexus. Now let's check back on the Terran. He's building a barracks, nothing unusual. Oh yeah, he's sending his SCV to go for that early wall off. As you see, he sent that a little bit too early. And if you're Terran, I don't recommend going for an early wall. Like, he's using 2 SCVs, he could be using 1 and have the other guy mining. And I forgot to mention, these are low-level replays. I'm a silver player myself, and my partner is bronze. And both of these guys are probably bronze. So I'm here to help you guys in the bronze league, in the silver league, to kind of watch the basics, learn the game better. As you see, we got a late pool coming down, or it's not really that late. From Zerg, now let's check back on the probes. I'm getting my gas at around 13. My partner gets his gas way too early. Now, right here, he's getting his cyber core. Still a little bit early. You want to get that around 18. Right here, I'm trying to get this watchtower from the team. Now, in 2v2, you want to get these watchtowers. It's an absolute must. It is so much nicer to see when they're coming at you. Now, the Terran player is getting his second barracks up. Just starting his gas. Not too much change. Now, the Zerg player that's a late gas. You want to get your gas earlier than this for Zerg, if you're playing Zerg. Let's check out my partner. The Zealot is really late. I just got mine, and his is not even halfway. So, I'm talking about this natural wall I was talking about. Right here, if I get 6 pooled, the Lings would have to go all the way around. I'm trying to close off my probes. And as you see, my Zealots right next to the probes. That's so the Lings don't get a free lunch off my probes. Now, as my gateway, my cyber core just finished, I'm going to chrono boost that out. Since we're going for a 4-gate, you want that as fast as possible. My partner is not using his chrono boost. You want to use that. Always use your chrono boost. Now let's check out the income tabs. As you see, Vastro's got the leading edge with 18 workers. Now the thing about bronze players is they don't usually get enough workers. So just constantly make SCVs, drones, and probes, and you'll do good. You have a good economy. That's what this game is about. Economy. Now, as you see, we have the watchtower. No, we don't have the watchtower. I'm going to go into my view. This is what we've scouted. You want to scout more than this. We have no idea what the Terran is doing. On their side, they didn't even scout at all. That is terrible. Just terrible. Always scout. Everybody came in. Check out the army tabs. It's relatively even armies at this point. Let's go back to the income. As you see, the purple Zerg has the worst income of all of us. It's because he has the least amount of workers. Now, as you see, I'm building up my wall again. Now, you want to protect your pylons, so right here, I decided to wall it in. So, if you could do that, that's great. Less of a chance of your buildings get unpowered as Protoss. That's the worst thing that can happen to you in your Protoss. You just lose all your pylons. My partner just finished his warp gates. And he only has 2 gateways built. That is bad. Oh, there they are. 3. Now look at his starting army. He has 2 here. And I have 2 Stalkers and 2 Zealots. And as you see, he has 400 minerals. That is bad. You want to spend your money. And since he got his gas so early, he has 500 gas. He should be using that. I have about 400, but it's a little bit closer. Let's check out the food tab again. Where is it? Army side. As you see, me and Vastro are slightly ahead in food. And right here, this is what you want to do. Build a pylon away from your base. Right here, you can warp in units. It's always important to warp in units up here. So right here's my army. And let's see, where's my money? We should probably... no. Let's check back on the Terran side. He got his... what did he just do to his workers? I don't know. He's got 2 reactors. And he's building a factory. As you see, he's not using his thing. He's not using his barracks. This is bad. You should always make sure you're producing units. That's one of the things bronze players don't do. Their factories and their barracks just sit idle for minutes. Now let's go back to the income tabs. Vastro and me still have the best economies. This Terran only has 19 workers. And that's going to hurt him. Now right here, we're about to attack. Look at this starting army. That is nice. And my partner's got a relatively smaller army. Oh wait, no, here's the rest of his army. Right here, I build my pylon a little bit too close to my base. Probably should have moved it out here further. And right here, about 2 versus 2. In team games, you want to have shared control. Or at least have the units follow the other team by right-clicking. Because you want your armies together at all times. Because if your armies aren't together and the other team's armies are together, you will lose that battle all the time. You're never going to win. So shared control is a must. Now, as you see, the Zerg just expanded, which was a terrible choice on his part. And now that we're coming in hard. And right here, I use Guardian Shield because it reduces incoming damage. And right here, he burrows his roaches, which is smart, but it's not going to save his main base. Now right here, I decided to not go for the natural because it just popped up. And right here, once I get all my units up the ramp, I'm going to force field right here. Now this prevents his roaches from coming in and saving his base. Now I like to go for the queen first because it pretty much cuts their production in half to take out that queen. Pop up some more guardian shields. I really should be expanding at this point. Yes, I have 700 minerals. You want to expand just before you attack. My partner has 400 minerals. Pretty good. Now, start building a backup army whenever you can when you're rushing. Because as soon as this army dies, you want to have another one to replace it. Check out the units lost tab. As you see, the Zerg losing the most. Now the Terran partner is trying to help out his Zerg buddy. But oh my gosh, 3 reactors. He's going for mass marines. Don't do this, guys. Get some marauders. If you're playing against Proteus, you want to get some marauders. They will just eat stalkers like candy. As you see, we just took out the Zerg pretty much. Now, as you see, the food count is 50-50 for me and 54 for my partner against 20 and 38. Right here, the Terran's trying to do a last bit to save his base, his friend's base. It's not happening. Now, right here, as you see, the backup army is getting pretty big. And we still have the main army. I really should... Now I start expanding. This is way too late. You want to do this really early. It's just before the attack. As you see, my partner's not using his chronobos. I'm not using mine. Once you get into the mid-game, people tend to forget about their chronoboost. And I'm guilty of that. So, if the game goes on longer, pop up a forge and get some upgrades. Now right here, I'm sending in the second army, because the main one is almost dead. And look at this. These guys are constantly being attacked. They don't have a chance to rebuild. As you see, the Terran, he's going for some macro right now, but let's check out what he's making. He's making 6 Marines. He should close his wall. If you build a wall, you want to keep it up. I just crawled in here, and now he's dead. Let's check on his barracks. He's actually using them. That's good. Right here, I force field the ramp just to be safe. Now, you can get any upgrades? Terran has a lot of money. He should be spending this. He should have built another command center. Right here, let's see. Oh yeah, my partner did a good transition to the... If you're winning a game, never forget to keep building up at your base. Because the game isn't over until your opponent quits. Right here, I'm chrono boosting out some probes to get out, just to feed my natural a little bit better. Now back at the base, we got Terran trying. Now right here, he could have done something if he had stim packs, but he never got stim packs. Right here, the Zealot's just feeding his feeding off his SCVs. Now Zerg, he's making gas. He really should be making a spawning pool. Now right here, the next army comes in. This whole game, constant attack because of the backup armies. I still got one right here. Now Zerg leaves, which he was in the best position, but now right here, this is epic. All those SCVs are sandwiched, and they can't escape, and they're just gonna get free, and they're just gonna die. The best force field ever. Now let's check out the APMs for you guys. I'm at 46. My partner's at 24. You want to be a little bit higher than that. 28 and 40. You can judge a player by their APMs. So these guys are probably around purple. He's at high bronze, low silver, and my partner at 24. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, subscribe. I'll make some more.